Alright, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be now or never. First of all, I would like to say good morning to you all. My name is Torrence. Welcome back to the channel. If you all are subscribed to the channel, I would like to say thank you. I love you for the support that you've given me over the past year. If you're not subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my future uploads. But in today's video, I want to talk to you all about the past year. I'm not sure if many of you know, but if you watched my last video, you will know that it's been exactly 1 year since I've been on YouTube. Although this video will be going up on the 17th, I am recording it on the 16th. And here in Michigan last night, we managed to get a snowstorm that can bring up to 10 inches in some areas. So I'm looking at my clock right now and it says it's 4:30, which gives me exactly a half an hour to get this video done, out, and decide whether I'm going to be headed out or not. I'm not 100% sure I want to go simply because the weather and the streets are absolute trash, and I know my safety should be my #1 concern right now. But I'm someone who's never let the snow stop me from doing the things I want to do, so we're just going to wait till we get through recording this to decide what we're going to do next. I'm looking at my skin right now and I'm telling you all, I really have been enjoying things. If you all check out one of my previous videos, which I'll leave linked right here above, I tested out the entire skincare line from Fenty Beauty. Although that video was posted, I believe, the same day or the day before the eye cream was released, I had already previously recorded that video, so the eye cream was not available at the time. And in that video, it was a nighttime routine, so I did not get the chance to test out the morning sunscreen moisturizer, but I'm wearing it now and you all can see. Like, look at the glow on me, honey. The only thing I'm upset about right now is the fact that I had an acne breakout yesterday. It was literally right here on the tip of the nose. And I ain't gonna lie, simply because I had to wear that mask all day at work, I just kept picking at it and it came red. Once it was red enough for me to notice it, I had to pop it, honey. So you all may not see it on camera, but right here in this mirror in front of me, I keep staring at it because I feel as if I look like Rudolph, especially with it being a ton of snow outside. It really got me in my head like, you out here looking like a reindeer in the middle of this snow. But enough of that stuff. I'm really nervous right now. I'm even wearing my Skydive Tecumseh t-shirt. In Michigan, I found out last year that we can actually go skydiving. So I went for my birthday last year and I truly plan on going this year. And it's funny how jumping out of an airplane did not scare me at all, but doing a video that is completely unedited, uncut, just the camera and me, and knowing any mistakes I make or anything like that will be shown to the world has me really nervous right now, which is why I'm talking a little slower because I'm trying to make sure I don't slow my words. I just keep looking like, Torrence, this just may be the one video that somebody's going to see you don't want them to see. And I'm feeling like a newscaster. Like right now, I'm just thinking like, Torrence, don't mess up. But we're rambling and it's time to get past that. What do I want to start off with? First off, yes. My very first video that I posted was last year, February 15th of 2020, and I named it See James We Did It. It was an eyeshadow tutorial featuring the Juvia's Place Masquerade Mini Palette. And I did that video and that tutorial because, one, Juvia's Place is a brand that I absolutely love. I wanted to make sure whichever palette that I chose, it was going to be something that I felt as if would fit on any and every skin tone. And many times, neutral tones that fit on me may not fit on someone who has a much deeper complexion. So I decided to just completely opt out of a neutral look and go for colors because colors is where I feel comfortable. I'm the type of person where if I'm going to put in the energy and the effort to blend, to cut my crease, to put down shimmers and things like that, I just really feel as if it comes off much more dramatic and I can see things much more vivid and much more bright with a colorful shadow look than with a neutral look. And so I just decided I knew I wanted to go with Juvia's Place because that was a brand many people could afford, but I didn't know exactly which look I wanted to recreate. And so I just went across all of the videos and all of the pictures that I had, and the one that I did for that particular one was from my friend named James. And that was because he was the #1 motivator in my life at the time who kept pushing me and telling me, you really need to start YouTube, because that's all you do is talk about it. You watch videos constantly. It just seems like you really have a passion for this, so why not invest your time and energy into it? And I really kept pushing it off. It was always easy to come up with an excuse, so I always had a way of providing one. And it wasn't until, unfortunately, that my friend James passed that I finally found the courage to go ahead and get started and get things going. And how can I put it? In the beginning, things were absolutely amazing. Not to say that they aren't now, but when I first got in, it was just, okay, you got all these ideas. You already know how to do your makeup. It's just a matter of sitting in front of the camera, getting things going, and you should be able to record on Monday, upload on Tuesday, record on Wednesday, upload on Thursday, and just keep going from there. Since that's not what happened. Before YouTube, my coworkers, slur my words already. Before YouTube, my coworkers could tell you, it was nothing for me to wear a full face of makeup every day. I'm talking foundation, I'm talking baking, I'm talking eyeshadow, gloss, contour. Like, I wore the works on a daily basis. So in my mind, I figured if I'm gonna do that in front of the camera, there's really no difference. The same time it takes to do my makeup, it's just that. What I didn't take into account is, although I'm comfortable with my makeup skills, I have zero experience with editing before I started YouTube. I knew how to crop a picture out of a video clip. I knew how to stitch videos together, like one big video here, one big video there, smash them together, you good to go. What I didn't realize is, if you sit down in front of the camera and talk and edit and things like that, well, not edit, just talk and do your makeup for about an hour, you now have to decide what pieces of that video to cut out, how to clip them together so that you have smooth transitions, and also do all of that while staying in focus. I didn't realize it was going to be that hard. And many times when we're watching videos, we enjoy the content and doesn't realize just how much energy and effort goes into those things. And so I went from having this expectation of you're going to do all of these things to realizing I've overloaded my work self. I overloaded myself with work, and now I'm questioning myself, because a lot of the things that I used off camera, I wasn't sure, should you use that because they can't find it? You did a whole tutorial and everything looked good in the end, but you were out of focus the entire time, so it doesn't look good on camera, so you can't use that footage. Or things like, everything looks good, but you promised your friend you will go out to eat with them tonight, and the only way you can get this video done is to start now because your timing is slow. So a lot of times I miss out on appointments with friends. Sometimes I couldn't pick up overtime at work to get things done, or it came to the point where I couldn't call off work or I couldn't miss an appointment, and so videos were missed. So although I initially started with the expectation of doing 3 videos a week, many times all 3 videos didn't get done. And at one point in time, I used to always sit back and tell myself, Torrence, the only way you're going to make it to the top is you're going to have to be harder than everyone else. You're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to put in more videos per week. You're going to have to talk about more things. You're going to have more new ideas. And at one point in time, I let thoughts like that get in my head and bother me. And I don't want to just bring up this particular YouTuber simply because I know they have their own issues and things to deal with on their channel, even though they try to keep things positive. But when I think of who is like somebody who seems to just have it made on YouTube, the one influencer that always comes to my mind is James Charles, simply because everyone knows who he is. He's the most followed on YouTube. I'm not sure about income and things like that because I usually try not to count other people's pockets, but it's no secret that James Charles is the most followed YouTuber in the beauty community. And when I first got started, I used to sit back and think like, oh my God, imagine pulling 1 million viewers per video. Like, imagine just throwing up a get ready with me or guess what product I have. It's like no matter what that man does, everyone seems to be watching. And for a minute, that sounded amazing. Until I sat back and thought about, one, Torrence, you don't know what that man's life is like behind the cameras. It is easy for us all to sit here, record our footage, and edit it and put it out to the world, because if I'm standing here talking to you all and you watch a video and you see me go through it in 10 straight minutes, what you may not realize is it could have been 20 minutes, 30 minutes, maybe even 40 minutes of raw footage behind the scenes that was chopped up to make things look perfect in 10 minutes. Even products that you use on a daily you see, I just almost slurred on the word basis. Something on a daily basis like a beauty blender. Do you know how many times you've been sitting in, well, I've been sitting in front of the camera and went, okay, now I'm going to blend this out with my beauty blender. I'm going to blend this out with my beauty blend. Hold on. I'm going to Okay, let's stop. Torrence, breathe. All right, next I'm going to take my beauty blender and we're going to blend this out underneath the eye. Then you get it right and you cut out those first three, you put that last one in, and no one ever knows you made a mistake. So I'm like, Torrence, if you're doing that in the comfort of your own home, and you're a micro influencer, like I have less than 500 viewers, imagine what it's like for someone who sits in front of the camera and think, I have over 10 million people who are gonna see this. If for any reason they don't like it, I risk hearing that many people say that. Even if they do like it, I know for sure all 10 million people who are following me are not supporters. The haters follow you and they comment just as much, if not even more, than the people who love you when you reach a certain status. And to think about it, I'm like, Torrence, I don't know if I would want all of that in my life right now, because even though I feel as if I'm much older and much more secure in myself than James Charles, simply because I've had more time in the world, just more time working as a freelance makeup artist, more time as a person, I could not imagine filling his shoes at this point in time in my life. To know that when I post a video, the only thing I'm truly expecting is just that, to post a video. I'm just trying to do my best. I'm trying to learn a little more. I'm trying to do a little better. And the benefits for me is when I post a video and just get a positive comment. If I just get one positive comment, I'm good with that. Does it feel good when you break your views? Yes. Breaking any record feels amazing, whether it be most views, most comments, most shares, most views in a certain amount of time frame, because a lot of times YouTube lets us know how many views we get in 24 hours and things like that. Sometimes I check them in the first 12. But it does feel amazing to know that the hard work I put in is being recognized. But when I first started this channel, and to this day right now, my channel is not monetized because I don't have enough people watching me. But I have a full-time job, so money isn't the issue for me. I just enjoy playing in my makeup, sharing the information and the looks I have, and getting back the positivity. If nothing else, the positivity is the absolute best part about doing YouTube. Although I know my family and my friends love and support me, they don't care about makeup. It's just that. Can I sit on the phone and talk to my sister about makeup? Yes, and I have. But I'm quite sure it's been plenty of times where she's been sitting back like, if he don't just shut up talking about the newest eyeshadow, we know you're gonna buy it. Quit debating on it, just go ahead and get it. But they don't do that. They let me go ahead, run my mouth. They see the excitement in my eyes. They hear it in my voice. And they support me with that. But there's nothing like grabbing an eyeshadow palette, coming on camera, and then hearing a bunch of emails, a bunch of DMs, and seeing a bunch of comments where other people are saying, oh my God, I bought that when that was on sale and had no idea how to use it. The look that you just came up with is absolutely amazing. I'm going to recreate it and send it to you. And you sit back and you go like, wait, me sitting at home just playing in my makeup brought you some inspiration? Like, wait, little old me got you over there? Okay, hold on, like, I'm an inspiration, sis. I was out here getting some and managed to give a little bit, like, oh, that's how we do it in this world here. So it just feels absolutely amazing. And I think on my channel so far, I've done 2 different giveaways. And for one of them, it was just items that I wanted to give away. For another one, it was products that were duplicates in my collection, because as someone who used to freelance, I no longer do it anymore because of my current job and health condition. I can get into that later on, but right now I just want to make sure I focus on my health, but I did not want to give up makeup completely because 1, I find it fun, and 2, I find it therapeutic. So although I'm no longer in a position where I can stand up and do 10, 15 different people per day, it is okay for me to go ahead and do 1, and usually I try to make that myself just to have fun. And so far, I'm just happy and blessed with that, because many people who are in my condition and in my predicament usually have to just give it up, and there is no sign in the future that they may be able to go back. Right now, things are looking positive, and there is a pretty good chance that I can get back into the field. And if so, I'm willing to accept that. If not, then I can take that as well. But it just feels amazing to know that over the years, I've learned how to find deals. I've made connections with certain people where even if I personally can't get a hold to a product by a brand, I may be able to contact someone else who can. So it's nothing to find a lip gloss that drops and buy 2 or 3 of them because I want 1 for myself, 1 for a friend, and 1 for my kid. But I've tried to get out of that habit because I'm no longer freelancing, and I have so much makeup, honey. I have so much makeup. When you look at just what's behind me, most people don't have this much in their entire collection. But to know that behind these 2 shelves is at least 3 more on the side of me right here, it's like, come on, sis. Do you really need any more? And technically, it's like, I think we all know the answer to that, but I ain't gonna spit it out because then you can hold me to that. But it's like, Torrence, when you sit back and you look at your collection, it's big, it's beautiful, it's amazing, it's inspirational. But I've spent a lot of time giving away a lot of things because I realized I'm not using it, and makeup has a shelf life. And it feels terrible when you open up a product that you absolutely love and you realize it's gone bad and now you have to repurchase it. If for any reason I do repurchase it, I feel okay because I realize this is something I loved so much that it's worth buying over and over again. But it's different when you pick up an eyeshadow, it's gone bad, and you realize either A, I've never used it, or B, I rarely used it, and now it's no good. I could have given it to someone else who could have had enjoyment from it. I could have sold it and got some of my money back, if not all of it. But to know that this is now money wasted and makeup wasted, it just makes you feel bad. So I always try to give away as much as I possibly can, because most items that I give away, it does not hurt my feelings, especially if I have a duplicate. And so if you check out a previous video, which I did right here, I listed my duplicates part 2 video. And in that video, that is my giveaway for my 1-year anniversary. I'm giving away every single thing in that video. But I also received something else, another duplicates, because Ulta Beauty recently did an online special where if you spent $25, you could get a free Kylie palette for $65. And although when the palette first dropped, I thought it was cute, I thought the packaging was even prettier, I just kept telling myself, like, $65 for a palette that I gotta buy from the website, and I have absolutely no idea what that formula is like. Yeah, Kylie didn't get none of my money. But considering they said spend $25 and we'll send you one, I immediately ordered me one, honey. I'm like, I know I can find something for $25, baby. We gonna find something, and buying it from Ulta means I can take it back. And my friend didn't need anything at work, so I had her go ahead, log into her account and order something for me as well. So of course I have 2, and I can send you all one. And that would be the Kylie Sippin' Pretty palette that she did for her birthday collection. And first off, let me just tell you, Kylie, you and your team both need to be hurt, because why y'all didn't put this on the package? It's right here on the box, and this is what should have been on the actual palette. That picture looks like a fun time for a college girl. Like, baby, She looked like she having the time of her life in that little bitty tub. And this is what the palette looks like. It's called Sippin' Pretty, but I got to let y'all know, honey, it is trash that they just put glue on here, sprinkled that glitter on top, and kept it moving. Because each and every single time you rub across the top of this thing, glitter is going to go flying everywhere. But after that, we're not going to worry about it, because once you get to the inside, let me tell you, if nothing else, she surely did do a beautiful color story. This to me leans like a neutral to cool tone color palette. It has a lot of pinky colors with that pop of blue effect, of course. But most of these shades are either neutral mattes or they have like a pinky purple tone to it. So for the average girl going out to a party or something like that on the weekend, I think this palette is absolutely beautiful. And this one is mine, and when it came with a dented edge right here. So I figured I would go ahead and keep this one simply because I'm not really worried about this palette. It wasn't something I paid for, so getting a damaged one isn't that bad for me. But I have a second one right here because this one's mine. So I'm going to be sending this one to one of you all. I'm going to add this to those items that I put in that Declutter 2 video. So if you all would like those items plus this one, the only thing you have to do to enter into my giveaway is go back to my very first video. I'm going to make sure I leave that video linked right here. It's called C. James We Did It, or C. James I Did It. I'm not sure which one it's called, but that doesn't matter right now. All you have to do is go to that video and leave a comment. I'm going to make sure I leave this giveaway open for the end of the month, or until the end of the month. So with this video going up on February 17th, you will have until the 28th to enter. Your comment does have to be posted between the 17th and the 28th. If you've already previously posted a comment before that date, it will not count. But I'm just going to randomly pick one comment. I'm going to do it on the website, so I don't have any choice or anything in it. And whoever gets it, they will win the contest. But they do have to be subscribed to the channel. And trust me, I will be checking. And you also have to be subscribed before February 28th. You can't win the competition. I contact you because I don't see your name on the list, and then you try to sneak and put it on there, because YouTube does let us know what day you added yourself, honey. Don't be trying to sneak and get over on my subscribers. But besides that, I think I just want to go ahead and get ready because I don't have many more comments. I'm just sitting here trying to think of what else to say because I have a million thoughts floating through my head. The other thing I did want to go over is the fact that you all have been such an amazing and beautiful support system in my life. And the one thing I want to do besides the giveaway is make sure that I interact with you all a little bit more. I always respond to each and every comment that I see. And sometimes YouTube does hold and keep comments away from you if they flag them and they feel as if they are inappropriate. But I've tried to turn that feature off because there's been times where comments have come in and they're like 2 months old, and I never want anybody to feel as if they are left out or ignored on my channel. Although one day I am truly hoping that things grow to a point where my current job can be considered a second job. Although I don't have intentions of going anywhere and I really enjoy the work that I do and my coworkers, I would be lying if I told you that I wouldn't like it if somehow, some way, YouTube could also become a source of income for me. If something that I do in my free time and something that I do as a hobby can actually become a source of income because I do it on a regular basis, that would be amazing. But if for any reason it can't, it won't be the end of the world for me, because my main concern is just sharing my knowledge, sharing positivity, and receiving that back. It feels amazing when I sit down and think about the fact that when I first started, I had no idea who was going to watch my channel. I knew for sure I wasn't the youngest thing on the platform, so I wasn't going to attract... Excuse me. Oh, I need some hand sanitizer, honey. Y'all got to excuse me for sneezing right there. But I said this was going to be live, and I wasn't going to cut off, so I just refilled this bottle, so it's giving me some issues to get some out. But I told y'all this is live and unedited, honey, so we can't sneak off and go wash our hands real quick, but we gonna go ahead and handle these germs real quick. But what was I saying? Oh, When I first started, I had no idea exactly what my audience was going to be. I did not expect it to be children because I made sure I turned that feature off because I'm an adult. Let's just get that out of the way. I'm in my 30s, so the idea of talking to children and inspiring children sounded good. But when I go out and I start talking about things like, oh, I just bought the brand new Pat McGrath palette, chances are a 14, 15-year-old child knows nothing about that. Although they see and kids cost you more money than most people can probably afford, I like luxury makeup. I like high-end makeup. But every now and then I do dibble and dabble into my drugstore, and I want the freedom to do so. So I just sat back and I let YouTube decide who is my target audience. Just put my videos out there to everyone and let me see who comes to me. And it was nice to know that women around my age is who I gravitated toward first. When I first started my channel, it seemed like my target audience was women between the ages of 25 and 45. And that was 100% of my market right there. That was the only people who were watching me. And it felt weird at first because I didn't realize that even though that was mainly my circle of friends in real life, that would be the same people I would attract. But with time, I've actually started to garner more male viewers on my channel because I'm telling you, for about the first 6 to 8 months, they were nowhere to be seen. But as of recently, I checked my numbers again, and it seems about 40% of my subscribers have now been male. And it's nice to know that because, like I said, at first they weren't there. So I'm hoping that I can get more men to start commenting, give me video suggestions and things that they want. Because although makeup tends to be marketed towards women, I promise you, it is a lot of us out here who like makeup. And many men just seem not to wear it because they feel as if it's not made for them or they don't know how to apply it. I am someone, although you can look and see that I do tend to take care of my skin, I have terrible acne. I have to shave on a regular basis because I have a 5 o'clock shadow. I have an extremely long and lengthy skincare routine. So with me having retin-A added to the process, it's nothing to have clear skin today, but then to have dry, flaky patches the next day. So you have to work around that. So I'm going to be making sure I do videos for that in the future. But it just feels nice to know that more people are branching out and coming into the channel. They are feeling more comfortable with contacting me. And I could have sworn I had one thought in my head and completely lost what it was. But I'm looking down and it seems that I only have about 2 minutes left in this video. And I was going to try to skip out of it, but I'm going to put it out there. Because I have so much makeup, I'm going to use my #1 most hated word in the English language, and that is budget. I hate the word budget. I hate the word budget. But for 2021, I need to hurry up and put myself on one because I have so many things that I would like to achieve this year. And it seems the only place I have extra spending money is where there is extra spending money, and that is for makeup. Things like insurance, rent, car note, things like that can't be budged. The only place I have extra spending money is for makeup. And I'm promising myself that from now on, I'm going to put myself on a budget of $175 per month. And the reason for that is because this is my absolute favorite palette of all time, the Viseart Grande Pro 3. And if this is $175 and I consider this the best in the world, there is no reason I either A, can't use this a little more often, or B, find something else within that price range, because I don't believe that there's a better matte formula on the market. With Pat McGrath having my favorite shimmers, she's only $125. And so I'm going to start my own version of the Samantha March tag called Will I Buy It? And I'm going to try to call it Budget or Budget. And with me having about 50 seconds left, I got to hurry up because this camera is going to cut off. So we're going to get more in depth about that later, but I wanted to make sure I got that out here. And make sure you all join the channel. Make sure you all watch that video on my duplicates part 2 to make sure you all know what's all in the giveaway. Make sure you comment on the See James I Did It video to make sure you can enter this contest. But with nothing else, I hope you all remember to practice, continue to stay blessed, and until next time, Bye, YouTube. And look at here, I still got 16 seconds left and I have no idea what to do. I'm sitting here nervous. I'm telling you, this feels just like a news reporter who forgot that the camera